In today's video, I'll be giving you my Madden ratings for every NFL tight end. Well, most of them at least. Probably the starters, maybe a couple more. Either way, before we get in this video, let me remind you, this is a pre-recorded video. I recorded this probably a month before this is going to air on YouTube, and it's because I've been gone. I'm going to be gone for a little bit longer. I won't be back till like the middle end of June, maybe like June 22nd or 3rd or something like that. Either way, before we get into this video, also remember to check out Dubby.gg. Use code Shredder for 10% off your order of any of their energy drinks or other products on their website. They're great products. My favorite one is the Blue Raspberry. Check it out. It's pretty good. Either way, let's get right into this video. So here is our tier list. We have our rankings on the side here, and this is actually a tier list from last year. So really the only tight end to me that matters from this draft, a new guy in the league, is going to be Brock Bowers, and I'll also say Jatavian Sanders. We'll get to those guys later, though. Let's start out with the guy who I think personally is the best tight end in the league, and that's actually George Kittle. I think this guy is almost as good of a receiver as the next guy, Travis Kelce, but he's also a much better blocker, much better. This guy would be used way more if he wasn't behind Ayuk and Debo and McCaffrey. Like, it's the offense. The offense holds Kittle back. If he was somewhere else, this guy would be probably one of the best tight ends ever, no doubt. I mean, I think he has all of the ability to do everything, and unlike a guy we've ever seen. Like, he's just not a very common player. Guys like Kelce. Kelce's obviously amazing. Has he lost a step? Probably so, but he hasn't had the blocking. He's never had the blocking like Kittle does. There's just the ability to do that. That's a big one. Kittle a 99. I'm going to give Kelce a 97. That's very good still, though. And to me, my third best tight end is probably TJ Hawkinson. I'm going to give him a 95. So that is our top tier. We probably won't have another guy up there right now. At least I don't think so. We'll see how we go out, though, the rest of this. Let's go to a very good tight end, Dallas Goedert. I think he's about a 90. I think it's really fair. He's a really good tight end. You're not like going to replace him at all. Very few guys would you actually put above him, but is he the best one? No, he's not. He's a drop down from the best, but he's still very, very good. I'm trying to think of who else is in this tier of this like tier 2 range. I definitely am missing somebody. Oh, Mark Andrews, definitely like a 93, I would say. Really, really good once again. Just not he's not everything like these guys are. He's also gotten injured a couple times, and it's just been missing a little bit. Either way, let's go to Darren Waller, formerly one of the better tight ends in the league. Been hurt too much, though. I'm going to give him about an 80 flat. He just doesn't really deserve much more with how much he's unavailable. Trey McBride, a guy who broke out this last year, he gets about an 84. Really solid player, but just got to see it for more than one season, and, I'll be convinced then. Chika Okonkwo, probably a 73. Like, not good. Noah Fant, like a 76. Very, he's fine. If he's your starter, okay, cool. You'll be able to, you'll be fine. Will you replace him? Maybe not urgently, but sure. Yeah, absolutely. Hunter Henry, one of the most underrated tight ends in my opinion. I'm going to give him about an 88. I think he's very, very good. I just think, he's been in weird situations for the majority of his career. If he's an 88, we'll go to the duo in Buffalo. Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid, to me, had a very good season. I think he's about an 83. That's about as high as I can give him, though. I think he's going to be very good in the NFL for a long time. And Dawson Knox, he's like a 79. He's very solid. You're not upset with him, but just that's about it. That's about it. Zach Ertz, solid player. Anymore, he's a 79. Formerly one of the best tight ends in the league, but it's been a long time. He's had a long, long career, and it's just what it is nowadays. Then we'll go to, let's see. Let's go to Michael Mayer, a guy who I really liked coming out of the draft last year as a pure tight end, kind of like that. More like the Kittle than the Kelce, if you will say. But just didn't do a ton. I like what I saw from him, but he didn't do a ton. He's about a 77. That's all I can give him right now. Greg Dulcich, he's about a 74. Just kind of regressed. Hasn't really done more and as much as we probably hope he'd be. Here we'll input our first rookie, Brock Bowers. I think he deserves an 80 off the bat. One of the best tight end prospects we've ever seen coming out of a draft, and I just think this dude could be amazing. Like, to me, in a rookie draft class, one or two guys get an 80 overall. Marvin Harrison got the first one. Brock Bowers gets the second and final one. I don't think another guy deserves an 80 in this class. Let's go to Tyler Conklin, a really solid tight end, but he's like a 79. He's really solid. That's just about it, though. David Njoku, he's about an 83, 84. A little bit of an overrated guy. A lot of people, Cleveland fans, think that he is just so incredible. He's a really fine tight end. But the problem with him is he's not the greatest blocker. He's a good receiver. But before this year, he's been incredibly average. Like 600 yards a year. That's solid. That really is. It's a solid starter. That's exactly what you want in this 83, 84 range. But he's not special. This year, it took basically getting dump-offs from Joe Flacco every other pass for him to become anything. He had to have a really big influx in receptions and just... He's a good player. Let me just say that. He's a very good player. He's just not a great player. He's a better athlete than he is a player, and people think that just because he's an athlete, he's a great football player. That's just not the case. Cole Kmet, really good as well. I'll give him an 86. Pat Freiermuth, I'll give him an 85. Pat was hurt last year, and that, it's only been 1 year that he's been hurt, so you can't hate him for it. But he's just a very overall balanced tight end, can receive very well, good after the catch, also a solid blocker. Cole Kmet, done it for a few years now, been really solid, just a good player overall. Mike Gesicki, at this point, he's like a 74. I don't know if it's self-inflicted or, what's the word for team-inflicted, I guess? Like something that, he just hasn't played well because of just the situation he's been in, but just hasn't been great. Hayden Hurst, he's about a 72. Just not very good. I mean, he's just an average guy. I know he's got something going on and has a lot of personal things, but just because of that, you don't get a better rating. Just to be real. Luke Musgrave. Really like this guy as a rookie, but he didn't do a ton. He was hurt. I'm going to give him a 74. Tucker Kraft will also be a 74. I think they both are the same. I think both of them will shoot up this next year, though I have very high hopes for them both. A good rookie from last year, Sam Laporta, the best tight end there was last year. I think okay, I'm going to have to change something here. I think he deserves an 80. Him and Kincaid both deserve 80s. I can't give him an 83. That's too high. I don't know what I was thinking. Both of these guys deserve 80s. Yet to improve this year, but hey, we're looking forward to it. That's for sure. Jake Ferguson, Cowboys fans got up in arms about him, but he just got an influx of receptions because he's in a pass-heavy offense, and he's a fine player. He's like a 76. He's fine. He's just not amazing. Not everybody has to be amazing. That's the point. A 76 is a very solid rating. Like, you're a good player. That's all you need. Tyler Higbee, he's like a 78, 79. Really solid. Kyle Pitts, this is going to be really controversial here. To me, he's about a 79. Is it his fault? No. But also, can you say he's a 90 just because, he has a lot of potential, they just don't use him? No, you can't say that. You have to base it off of what he's done, and he hasn't done jack diddly. So, Durham Smythe, not a great tight end. He's like a 70 probably. I don't really think anybody's going to land here. We don't have anybody that low. Logan Thomas might be because his injury rating of 0.3 brings him down to that, but he's not a bad tight end overall. That's just a joke. Let's see. Gerald Everett, really solid. I'm going to give him an 80. A guy you're like, very fine with. Mo Alley Cox, about a 76, I think. That's fair. I don't want to put Mayer. We'll say he's a 77, so I have a 76. Evan Ingram, really solid. I'll give him an 85. Austin Hooper, formerly was really good. Not anymore. 74. Trying to think who we're missing off of this list. Jonnu Smith, really solid, just not amazing. He's about a 75. Jawan Johnson, 75. He's just not that great. Very much a receiver. That's about it. Dalton Schultz, he's like a 81. I'll give him that much. And then is this Irv Smith Jr.? I believe it is. I'm pretty sure it's Irv Smith Jr. He's gonna be I don't know. We'll say a 78. He's fine. A little bit overrated. Logan Thomas, he's like a 75. Just can't stay healthy. Cade Otton, a 75 as well. Trying to think of Jatavian Sanders. I'll give him a 72 to start with. Ben Sano, solid tight end. I'll give him a 69. He's just got a little bit of development to do. Tip Ryman, 68. Those I think are fair. If there's anybody I'm missing, please let me know in the comments, and I will try to give you a ranking based off of this list. But also, let me know what you think about this list. It is a pretty solid list in my opinion. I don't think I'll switch anything around. I do like what I see overall. I do think these are the top 5 tight ends in my opinion, followed by probably that order as well. Then it gets a little bit foggy in here of who's actually better than who, but I think that is pretty good. Either way, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and check out w.gg because you might need some energy drinks. And they have some good ones. Either way, I'll see y'all in the next video.